back, students. I am your SST teacher Vandana Joshi and you are watching SST June. Students, in our previous video we have studied about the different types or classification of our industries. Also we have studied about the factors which are affecting to a setup of any industries. So students, today we will do a comparative study of three different type of industries as the iron and steel industries, cotton and textile industries, also a new industry which is known as the informational technology. So students, we will study today these topics under our today's major topic, that is major industries and their distribution. So let's start our today's topic. So students, as we know, the cotton and textile industry and the iron and steel industries, both are the industries are running since a very long time. We can include an ancient time these industries are running. So first we will study a comparative study of these two industries. Then later we will see a new emerging industry which is known as the information technology. In our country, the Bengaluru city is known as the Silicon Valley of our country. So students, that we will study it later in the new industry. So first we will discuss about the old industries and how these industries are emerging. So first talk about the iron and the steel industries. Students, as we know, the iron and steel is a very important industry as its output is required to make houses, buildings, vehicles, machinery, many instrument particles and many things in many more industries. The iron and steel industry is helping. So it is a most important industry over the world. Students, and it is also helpful to generate the power. So we can say the most important industry or the most major industry among all the industry is the iron and steel industry. Students, if we talk about the iron and steel industry, the raw materials are very heavy and massive. So this industry is located near the sources where we get the raw materials and where the labors are cheap. So let's see how this industry is running and what is the comparison between two areas about the iron and steel industries. Student, the iron and steel industry is a basic or key industry as it provides the base for heavy machines and tool industries. For refinement of iron ore, coal and limestone is used. Coal is used in blast. Burning of coal gives out the heat which runs the blast. Limestone is used as fluxing material which helps remove impurities from the iron ore. The product obtained is known as pig iron, which is further processed to obtain cast iron to rough iron and finally steel. Top 10 iron and steel industries are located in Japan, USA, China, Russia, Ukraine, Germany, Korea, Italy, Brazil and India. If we talk about India, in India, the iron and steel industry is growing at a very fast pace and is the fifth largest producer in the world today. Most of the industry is located close to near raw material sources, cheap labors and a good transportation network. All the important steel producing centers such as Bhilai, Durgapur, Barnapur, Jamshedpur, Rourkela, Bokaro are situated in favorable location. India's steel productions increased from 1 million ton in 1947 to 32.60 million in 2004 and 5. If we compare two iron and steel industries, one from India and one from USA, Tata Iron and Steel Company at Jamshedpur is the company of iron and steel sector. The Tata and Steel plant, which is known as TISCO, is the only iron and steel plant belonging to the private sector. It was established by Jamshedji Tata in 1907. Today, it is the oldest and the largest integrated iron and steel plant of India. The industry requires many raw materials to start production. It is ideally located between the sources of two raw materials like iron and coal. Iron ore is obtained from the mining areas of Singabhum in Jharkhand and Mayurbhanj in Odisha, which are located nearly 80 to 100 km from Jamshedpur. So here we can say the conditions for the Tata iron and steel plant are the favorable condition. If we compare the TISCO from USA, the iron and steel industry of Detroit, most of the industries are located in the eastern part of USA. The northeastern region is highly industrialized region of the country. Most of the largest industrial centers of country are located here, such as New York, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Boston, Philadelphia and Detroit. If we talk about Detroit, it is situated in the Michigan state of the USA and it is located on the west bank of Detroit River and is named after it. It is known all the world as the headquarter of automobile industries or Motor City of the USA. Like famous motor companies are there like Ford and General Motors are also situated here. The conditions in Detroit are also favorable. Now let's see what is textile industry. Textile industry is based upon a raw material which is known as cotton, but textile industry uses both natural fiber and the synthetic fiber as basic raw material. Cotton industry is a labor intensive industry because of its raw material. It can be large scale industry as well as the small scale industry. Generally, this industry is established close to the raw material. A few important major owners are there in India. Those are known as Arvind Mills, Reliance, Raymond's, Bombay Dyeing and many more are there. So students, now here we will see a comparative study in two areas of textile industries. In India, Ahmedabad city is located in Gujarat on the banks of Sabarmati river and is the heart of the cotton growing region. The first mill was established in 1859 and has become the second largest textile city of India after Mumbai. It is often referred to as the Manchester of India. Following favorable locations factors are responsible for the development of cotton textile industry in Ahmedabad. First of all, the availability of raw material from the cotton growing area of Maharashtra and Gujarat and the humid climate which is suitable for spinning and weaving. Even the cheap labors, soft water for dyeing and bleach is easily available. Means the conditions are very favorable, whether it is climatic or the physical conditions, all are the favorable condition for the cotton textile industry at Ahmedabad. Even because it is near around the Mumbai port, so the facilitates import of machinery and export of cotton textile. Also, it is a big local business hub for all the areas, so that's why it is developed as a big cotton and the textile industry. And if we do comparison of Ahmedabad, that cotton textile industry of Osaka. Osaka is an important textile center of Japan and is known as the Manchester of Japan. The textile industry located in Japan completely depends upon the imported raw materials. Due to the following reasons, the textile industry is developed here. Osaka is situated on the Nobi Plain, which is a highly industrialized area. Japan has very little flat land, and so the industries are set up along small coastal plains. And also it is depends upon the imported raw material for the textile industry. The port of Osaka allows the industry to export most of its finished good to international market where there is a great demand for its cotton. The port also allows the import of raw material. Now let's see a new emerging industry which is known as the IT industry or information technology industry. It is situated in India in Bengaluru, which is also known as the Silicon Valley. The Bengaluru is situated on the Deccan Plateau in Karnataka state. The IT industry deals with storage, processing and distribution of all kind of information through a technical way. So let's see how the informational technology industry is running. In India, Bengaluru is the center of hundreds of technology, software and telecommunications companies. In addition, large multinational technology firms have opened their offices here. For example, Apple, JP Morgan and many more. Big domestic firms such as Wipro and Infosys also established their headquarters here. Research and development from a major part of the IT industry here. It is also known as Silicon Valley of India. Bengaluru currently employs about 150,000 software professionals, highest in the world in a given city. Few factors which led to develop of IT at Bengaluru are: it has the largest number of educational institutions and IT colleges in India, which produce quality intellectuals that provide skilled people for that industry. The state government of Karnataka was the first to announce an IT policy in 1992. This enabled Bengaluru to have a lead over others. Also, the city is home to numerous multinational companies and has the highest availability of middle and top ranking management talent. And Bengaluru has set the pace for India in the software industry. It is the leading provider of IT service to companies at reasonable rates throughout the world. And if we compare to Bengaluru with California, which is really known as the Silicon Valley. So the informational technology industry is based on software, hardware system, database and telecommunication, as already I told you. Simply put, it refers to computer-based operation. So Silicon Valley is a part of Santa Clara country in the state of California. And if we talk about this Silicon Valley, it is close to some of the most advanced scientific and technological centers in the world. Clean environment, temperate climate with temperatures rarely going below 0 degrees centigrade, space for development and expansion today and tomorrow. Good access to market and skilled workers are also available in California, and some of the companies that have their head office in the Silicon Valley are Google, Hewlett, Apple, Intel, Yahoo, and Microsoft, Adobe. These are the companies which are situated in California in the Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley continues to maintain its status as one of the top research and development center of the world and as a high technology giant. Students, the new emerging informational technology industry is an industry which is helping to give many jobs. Also, it is producing the skilled professionals, and it is a future generation industry. we compare the IT industry with the other industries, it is required some skilled persons. So it is known as the future generation industry. So students, here your chapter is complete. Hope you understood it. For the next chapter, keep watching SST June.